Okay, let's make a Micelle using Blender geometry nodes. So today I'm going to make a simple Micelle which which has only a one layer. So these are made of amphiphilic molecules which has a hydrophobic tail and hydrophilic head. So we have to go through two main steps. The first one is making the molecule, the amphiphilic molecule. The second one is creating the geometry nodes to uh, have the final micelle structure. So let's get started. So to first make the molecule, so I'm going to go to this. I'm going to press the numpad 1, which goes to the ZX orientation for the view. So then I'm going to add the UV sphere. So here you can change the properties of this sphere. So I don't need a lot of segments. I just need a simple uh, UV sphere. So I am going to go with 12 segments and 12 rings. That will do the job. So you can consider this one as the head, but we need a tail right here, right? So to get the tail, you can go to edit mode, and then let's select this face select option, and then let's select these few faces at the end. So now I'm going back to the ZX orientation. So this is a little bit important to keep in this orientation. So let's go with this orientation. Okay, so now I will extrude this one until somewhere here to make the tail. You can press E to extrude and then go all the way somewhere here. I guess, yes. So now you can think this one as the tail and this one as the head. So normally in normal micelle images, you see this tail like a little bit curved. So to give that nature, you can add some cut loops first. Control R, which is going to add these loops, and then you can increase the number by scrolling up in the middle mouse button. So I will go with something like this and click again to snap it. So then I am going to go to this wireframe mode, and then I'm going to select this vertex. So make sure I'm sorry, like the edge. So the edge. So make sure you select all the ring, and then you go to the ZX position, and then make sure you enable this proportional editing, and then try to move this edge. So you can press G and then try to move. Now you can see there's this circle which is denoting the boundary of the proportional editing. You can increase it by scrolling up, so it will like increase the proportional regions of proportional editing. So I think I'll keep something like this. Okay, so you can like do the same thing to another region too if you want. But yeah, I think I'm happy with this one. To give some kind of like a curvature to the end of this tail, I will select the whole ring and try to rescale. So you can press this one, press Alt, and then press again on the uh, somewhere here, and then you can try to rescale by pressing S. So it will rescale because we already have the proportional editing enabled. So I'll go for like something like this. So yeah, so it looks good. So now I'm mainly done creating this one. So if you go to this solid mode, you will see something like that. If you click this one, right click and shade smooth, you will have a very nice molecule. So I'll just rename this and wave file or something like that, or molecule or whatever the name that you want to give. So it doesn't matter. So, but out of the like for the sake of organization, I'll have a name. Okay, so then I would like to color this one first. So let's add some material. Go to this material tab and add material, and then I will go for material, something like that. Okay, so I'll go for zero roughness. Now you cannot see anything because you are in the solid mode. So you can go to the rendered uh, mode, so you can see the color. But most of the time, people have the head assigned to one color and the tail assigned to another color. So we can do the same thing. So you can select this one, go to the edit mode. I'll go to the wireframe mode, and then I'm trying to select all of the tail. So you can select all of the tail and then come to the material properties tab, and then go here and add uh, add another material. So add new, I'll call this like a tail or something like that. And then you can change the color and make sure you click apply. So then let's change this one to like head. Okay, so I'll change to a different color actually. Something like this. We can change it later. So now you can go to solid wave and then shade wave. You can see it. You can um, exit the edit mode. So now we are done making uh, the molecule. You can rescale this one a little bit like that, and then you can move a little bit somewhere here. Okay, so the next part is to create the geometry node for the micelle. So for that, let me take this window a little bit up, and then I'm going to go to the geometry node editor. So uh, in order to make the micelle, we can add the mesh of UV sphere. In this case, I'll increase this to 32 by 32 segments and rings. The idea is to have each face occupied with a molecule of this amplifier. So then you will have a micelle. So let's add a geometry node to this one. So here you can see the input and the output geometry. So the first node you want is to uh, distribute points on faces. So I'm going to distribute points on faces. So you can see there's a lot of points, and then I need another one called uh, instances on points. So I need instances on each of these points. So at this one and it will disappear. So it's because there's no any geometry connected to these instances that we just created. So to get a geometry, what you can simply do is you can click this one and drag this one, or you can add another node called object info. So this will have the information from the object that is in the scene. So here I'm going to select this amplifier. My name is not good, but it's okay. So then I'm going to connect this geometry into instance, and suddenly you see a lot of very large molecules appears. Okay, so let's do some tweak. So let's first rescale these molecules. So there is this section where you can rescale. I'm going to give a single value, like you can search value and value, and then I'm going to reduce to 0.05, I guess. Okay, so then you can see there's a lot of molecules appearing here in each point that we created. So we can look at the, because we are making the geometry nodes on the sphere is still there, so we can see the sphere. If you add the joint geometry here and then try to visualize that geometry alongside the molecules, you can see it. So next what we want to do is we want to align each of these uh, in a way that all of the tails are going to face inward, right? Okay, so to do that, we have to rotate each of these instances. So you can do it by using this node, align rotation to vector node. So you can get this one. I'll reorganize this a little bit here. So then you can connect this rotation to rotation. So nothing is happening. So it's because there's no data coming from this one, just to say uh, to to where it needs to align. So what we can do is we can get this normals to vector, and then suddenly you see everything rotated. So you can just remove this visualization we just created, just cut this one, and now you see a lot of amplifiers orienting inward. So you can adjust the density like that, and you can see it, see the micelle. So this is the very basic geometry node that you can use to create a micelle, but we can do some tweaking to improve this one a little bit more. So one quick easy thing we can do is we can go for random to Poisson distribution. Uh, so what it does is it tells to take a minimum distance. So keep that distance. Beyond that distance, don't come. That's kind of the simple idea. I'm just saying. It's not technically correct, I guess, but just idea. It is the idea. So let me go for 0.06, and then because we had the size as 0.05, I will just and then I will increase the uh, density to make it look nice. So now you can see it's very nice. So to make it a little bit final, I will get this light somewhere here, and then I'll get it in front of this one, and then I'll have this one as my camera. All control alt 0, so it will make my camera, and then you can move this camera a little bit somewhere here. Okay, so I will have another light facing from somewhere here. So let's go to the render view and we'll see how it looks. Okay, it looks okay, but there's a lot of light. So let's reduce the intensity in both lights. 100. It's still a little bit more. So I'll move this one a little bit far away, and this light also UI, not into, like out of. I think I like something like that. Okay, so now it's almost done. So you have this very nice micelle. So you can see. So we can do some more things with this one. So one thing is you can quickly change the density by tweaking this density parameter. So you can see like it goes nothing and it comes. Okay, very nice. And then you can quickly adjust the colors too, because all of these molecules are a duplication of the single molecule that we created, right? So you can change the color of this one, and then it will change the color of whole micelle. So for example, if you go from here to here, you can see the color can quickly changed from one think I'll go some here. Okay. So another thing that you might be wondering, usually when you see Micelles, you don't see Micelles like that. It's almost most of the time it's a cross sectional area. Now we have all these geometry nodes, so we can very quickly get that one very easily. So let me show how. So if you go and connect this sphere again, so this whole thing is built on top of the sphere, right? So we can change the geometry of the sphere, or simply we can cut this sphere into half and it will still have the rest. So you can simply disconnect this one just for a second and then go to edit mode, press tab, and then I'll go to the wireframe mode, and then I'm going to cut this one into two. You can just delete this one. I'm going to select a little bit more. Okay, so then you press delete and then delete all the vertices. And now you exit the edit mode, and then if you enable, if you disable this one and enable this one again, and now you can see you have the general representation of Micelles. You can go to shade and then you can very nicely see it. So you can increase the density like that, so to the amount that you want, or you can decrease the density like that too. So I'll go somewhere here. But one thing you might notice is all of these Micelles tails are kind of like very organized to give it some random value. uh, you can add the random value. Let's go for a vector, this value to the rotation. So it will like, I think it will not like be a truly randomized, uh, but you can like get a little bit of some randomization. But yeah, so I hope this helps. So I can uh, give you uh, this geometry nodes. So you can visit our website. I'll keep the link in the comments, so you can visit and um, download this Blender file for free. Okay, thank you.